I love it,
Telling you,
her
those
voice
are
is
my
fire.
people. Country, backwood Bama.
Country,
I'm here for it. I want to go to
Bama,
Memphis.
Bama,
Bama.
Swamma, yeah.
I love her and Sexy.
Miv, man.
You know what? I'm gonna
Miv.
say this. Sexy,
Miv,
she
man.
grew on me. She did.
Me too, because at
She
first
grew
I
on
was
me.
like,
At first, I was like, why? Why is this happening?
I was like, this is what we doing. I need to get famous.
Why are we here for it? Like, I'm like, oh, that's all you had to do? Like, I was like, what's the tea?
There's brilliance in Sexy. Sexy is one of those people, like, she made it being herself. Like, she
Yeah.
shows up for all your cousins that you can't bring certain places.
Yeah.
But that's
Because-
tight now, though. Like,
Yeah.
It's tight
There
now.
was too much of trying to just be like
Yeah.
this perfect and
That's-
like not
that's how she
showing
made it.
personality back then.
True.
She made it because she wasn't, like, she wasn't molded.
It's
nobody was, there's no real PR with her for a while. And her team's just smart enough, like, bro, let it work. But Cardi walks so she can run. You know, Cardi was...
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
Listen, that's the one of the many reasons why I love Cardi. Like,
Yeah.
Cardi was who she was before the teeth, after the teeth, before the music.
Yeah.
She was her, bro.
Authenticity.
And I'm so here for it. And so that's how Sexy grew on me. Like, that's how it happened.
That's true.
Because at first I was very much like, bruh, like,
Because you like,
we're
you
not
could tell that's
serious,
really them.
right?
Like, you like this,
But
you
she
this is
dead
really
ass
you,
like that.
authentically.
like, that's really you, and you really own that shit. And bitch, you monetized it. You monetized you. You are the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
What the
that
fuck can I
definitely
say?
aligns with like where we are just in general.
Yeah.
Like, people love to just see you in your bonnet, like on Instagram. Like, people love to just see people's kids crying, like the realness of it.
Nigga.
Yeah,
The
I
fact
mean-
that video still has 25K is insane to me.
What
Relating.
video?
I have one video that went like low-key viral, and it was me in a bonnet in my robe making fun of the fact that I have facial expressions. It went like low-key viral, and it's still like I still have random like people that'll be like, and I'm just like, you know, like,
Relatability.
It's tight.
That's
Thanks,
the golden gem right now. Is people can relate to you. You know, because the celebrity is dead.
yeah,
Like, real pop star, real celebrity. Like, now anybody who I like or I admire, I can just follow their social media and get a little glimpse into who they are.
it's more
you know?
accessible too.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's
like
more
people are
accessible.
going live doing regular shit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh, it's a real person.
Yeah,
like, it doesn't feel
yeah.
like this curated image that you are.
Yeah.
And we don't know the real you.
No, nobody's on a pedestal no more.
And sometimes the real you is fucking trash. Okay,
Yeah. I mean, 'cause
sometimes
a
it
lot of
is.
people are not interesting. You know,
Some
as
people
themselves.
are really boring.
But that's why they become artists.
boring.
A lot of artists, like, you meet them, they're boring, or they're socially awkward, or are they hella weird, and everybody around them is probably paid to be around them.
But like
for
not
some
the
reason.
not the good kind of weird. Because there's a good kind. There's a good kind.
Yeah. That's
Well,
a
some
good kind
people
of-
need to put that costume on to feel like.
I think so.
Some
The
people
play
are really
the peacock,
introverts outside
if you
of it.
will.
Yeah.
I think so.
I've seen a lot of people. They be like, you see them in interviews, like, what you do outside of being an artist? Home. Watching Netflix, reading.
bro.
Yeah.
I like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, it's just like, but you just did this
Well, y'all
fly-ass
describing
shit.
me, man.
I'm bitter.
Listen,
cuz.
there's nothing wrong with it, but it's
That
like,
man said Yu-Gi-Oh.
because it's true. Like, when you see, like, I was watching
Not even
Dochi.
Pokemon.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's for the real ones out there. For
I'm
my real
sorry.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, y'all know the
Alright.
vibes? Gang, man.
I'm gonna let him live with
But
this Yu-Gi-Oh, bro.
listen, man, it's a different era. You had to be there. But yeah, like, I was watching Dochi. Dochi did an interview recently, and she was talking like, what do you do outside of music? So I be at home. I'm a homebody. Like, I read. I be laid up. Like, I go to my friends' houses. Like,
I feel like you can tell though. Is it weird? I feel like you can tell she's like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but you see her on camera. Her personality is big as Dochi as a rapper. You know, she's standing on top of cars, rapping big drums, beats.
Yeah,
You know, it's bigger than life. Real MC. She's fashion down. Like, she's on the New York Fashion Week, Paris, all this shit. All this fly shit. But it's like, what do you do? You not around that. I'm home. In the house. Like, laid up with like a big t-shirt on, like on some regular shit, reading books, nerd, watching anime. Like,
Be my friend.
I don't even like going outside. I'm like going to the
my
studio.
friend.
Like, it's
That's
just-
how, oh my God, like, that's
my
kind of
friend.
how I feel, though. That's how I feel personally, because, like,
Same.
our event, like, everybody was texting me, like, are you still? I'm like, I've been playing Candy Crush for, like, 4 days.
Ooh,
I've
wait.
not left the house
Can I
because it's
plug?
overwhelming to, like, be around so many people, and you have to,
yeah.
Hello.
oh. So
a
then
lot.
I'm like, I'm playing
Hello.
Candy Crush in this t-shirt. Do you want to go anywhere? No. And
Not
my
at
people
all.
call me, no, I don't want to talk.
I feel that so intrinsically it's not even fair. Like, I feel like especially now that I'm taking on more like responsibility at work, when I'm out of work and it's not like something important like y'all, I don't answer my phone. I don't answer my phone. I did it on purpose. Like, I'm tired. I just want to, like, I never appreciated, like,
We know.
peace and quiet.
We fucking
See,
know.
I don't. I
Really?
don't. Yeah,
I
I'm
imagine
bad.
you on the phone all day.
No, I'm
Hell
bad.
nah.
I'm
She
bad
might
at
be
it.
on the phone, but she ain't checking her nothing about it.
No.
She
no.
probably reading a
That's
comic
true.
or doing some apps, playing
That's
some
true.
games.
That's
Response?
true.
But
None of them.
response,
That's
me and him
true.
have more conversations about shit than she do. She just
Yeah.
come in like, "Yup, yo, facts, definitely,
Really?
absolutely."
Wow.
Me
mean,
and I
listen,
have more conversations about this shit than she do. She's there. She's definitely
Yeah.
up to speed on what we talked about, but she don't really give too much input. She just kind of like, all right, cool, bet
My sister?
works for me.
Yeah.
I think that's
Guilty as
I
fucking
think that
charged,
because
bro.
you two are people who are in a position of you guys are in charge of a lot of people when you're doing certain things. You are usually the head honcho. Your person a lot of things falls on. So when you get a chance to take the back seat and you trust who you work with, oh, y'all got it. Oh, y'all do this shit. Yeah, just tell them to show up.
That's
Be
a good
cute.
point.
I'm going to buy what you want me to. Here.
Yeah,
Buy
as-
here. Show
As
up.
long as
Okay.
we're not saying do anything stupid,
Yeah.
she just kind of like, I ain't gonna respond to that. I'm rolling. Like, and that's just how we just take it. It's like an unspoken thing. If she don't say nothing, we just gonna roll.
Guilty as charged.
Wow.
And two, I will say it's stupid, but at my job, it's very, very, no shade. It's very, very hard for me to be on my phone. It's very fucking hard. There's not one point of the day that I don't have something to do, whether it's me doing admin, me doing attendance, me meeting with a parent, me meeting with a community service leader, me meeting with my principal, me having to go down the street and go train over here for first aid and CPR, me having to go down here. Like, I have to do so much that a lot of time, my phone is usually in like a little pouch on me. I'm on my walkie more than my phone. That's really why. Like, if I were to like tap out and be on my phone, the problem is I dive so deep, I'll forget about everything else that's happening.
Damn, that kid.
Yeah, no, like dead ass. Dead ass. I will forget, like, oh shit, so-and-so needed an ice pack. And so like I have to like, okay, you know you got a short attention span, nigga. Like, you better focus, bitch. So I be having to focus at work. On God. Like, on God, I be having to focus, bro.
Hey, bitch, you know your attention span about
You
that
know,
long, bitch.
like,
Stay
I
on
go
task.
down
You right.
rabbit holes, okay? Like,
That's
I'm going to
funny.
start off reading about, like, Naruto. I'm going to start there. Then I'm going to read about Sasuke. Then I'm going to read about the Uchiha clan. Then I'm going to read
That's
about
why
the clan.
she had the
I'm going to,
little
like, go
Yu-Gi-Oh
in.
shade.
And then, like, 30 minutes
Naruto
later.
ass nigga.
See? Like, 30 minutes later, this is the walkie. Miss Mari, do you copy? Miss Mari. Miss Mari, do you copy? Yeah, what's wrong? What's going on? You have a meeting with the parent at 2:45 and it's 3. Oh God, okay, I'm on my way. That's what
bullshit.
happens. That's what happens.
You bullshit.
Oh my goodness.
It's
That's
like,
what happens.
Nah, they here.
So it's like if I'm at work, I gotta put the phone down or else. or else.
Not or else.
And it's like cameras. So like my network supervisor will really call me and be like, Psst, you were on your phone a lot the other day.
Ooh.
Like, bruh, you weren't watching those staff. That's what you weren't doing.
It's hard though, because like your
Girl.
phone, it's like you can talk to your friends and then you can like see what celebs are doing, or maybe a celeb's going live. You're like, ooh, Glorilla's going live. Or you can end up on Wikipedia. Like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like the other day I was working from home and somehow, some way, I end up on Wikipedia reading about Ted Bundy for hella long.
That shit's
like,
interesting.
I literally was reading all of it,
I'm with
like
you.
clicking the victims, and I'm like,
I'm with you.
and then I got a Teams call and I just hear the I was like, oh.
That's me. That's me.
That's it.
I
Definitely spent like 45 minutes. I don't know how
For
I
sure.
got there,
For
but I
sure.
was like in it.
I'm there. Yeah.
It can get deep, bro.
It does.
I deep dive on a lot of shit. I'm guilty of that. I do shit like that. Or I'm doing like music shit at work. Like I'm listening to songs. I'm like, I should be doing what I'm paid to be here to do. But yeah, I'm doing this
hard.
other shit. Oh yeah, I get so caught up and lost in other shit.
This
I hate
fight
this.
is not one.
No, it's 2 of them.
Oh,
There's 2 annoying ones.
And they're you can tell they looking for the sugar.
that's why they're over here.
Yeah, y'all trying to get faded. Y'all can't drink.
I'm so
You guys are not of age.
Wait, so
they'll
like
die.
if a fly like just like can they get drunk and stuff?
Yes, and die.
Like,
Yeah. There I forgot where. It's down south. I forgot where. Don't beat me up, y'all, but y'all know who y'all is. Somewhere down south, they leave alcohol and like salt out, like a drop of it somewhere because it's hella sugar. So it attracts all of the bugs and then they drink it and then
but are they like Like, are they like drunk?
You can kind of see like, oh shit. Like you ain't never seen a fly stumble until that happens. You'll see it
you seen
happen,
a
and it's a
fly
little
stumble?
wild. Yeah, it's a little wild.
That's a lot of.
You ain't never
some
seen
good
a
eyes.
fly
I do.
stumble. It's
You
great.
got some great
do.
eyes. To
I
zoom
do.
in
But
on
like,
a damn fly. Like,
so
is
what
that
if you
fly
like
stumble?
put some alcohol in like a dog's bowl and they were licking up like the Hennessy?
Oh yeah, it'd be bad. You're gonna have some bugs in the bowl.
But what happened to the dog?
Oh, he gonna be drunk. It depends on how much he drink. But dog, this is gonna sound stupid. I don't know this for certain. I'm just
She's speaking like she knows.
I don't know this part. I'm
like that.
assuming
She'll tell you some
that
shit.
because I'm a nerd for real, like a for real one. I'm assuming that because dogs, their system is a lot like harsher than ours. We have some pretty terrible stomach acid. Theirs is even worse. They're probably going to be drunker because they can probably break down the alcohol faster, but it's not going to last as long as a human would. I think.
Oh, I thought I would just die.
No, they got to drink a lot.
Would a dog have like?
See, tinfoil moments.
I
See,
don't know if I should ask this. I was like,
I'm
yeah.
scared. I want
I'm
to know.
scared. That's why.
But
I'm
like,
scared. That's why I stopped.
like I
Like,
want to know.
should I
But
ask
do,
I feel like you know the answer.
do I want
Nah,
to
you
know?
know, they never know my questions. I am the wild card. I'm the person
He is.
like, what
He's
is
the
this
Uno.
man
Like
about to say
he's
now?
the Uno wild. I want to know.
Oh man.
I want to know.
All right, this gets canceled. Is what it is.
Earth sign to earth sign, bro. I want to know.
So dogs, dogs get like Hennessy dick?
I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't want to ask the
Bro,
question.
you're fucking wild, bro.
For the record, I
don't
didn't
know.
want to ask the question. I literally
That's
said like, yo, I don't want to ask this
It
question.
is. I don't know.
I was like, I
Wait, don't you have a dog?
I do, but he's never been drunk. He's been high though.
Can we experiment?
No, he's too little.
He gonna be
I feel
outside.
like-
Hey,
no
shawty.
shade. I feel like my dog, based on how he
Lady,
is, he'd be an angry drunk. I wouldn't want to see. My dog is
What is
already
it?
kind
The
of
animal.
insane.
What's the people that come if you join your animal?
Animal services? Animal
see,
protection services?
It's something. What is it?
Animal
Nothing.
protection
No,
services,
no.
isn't it?
PETA. Is it PETA?
PETA? Oh yeah.
Is it
Oh, I was
PETA?
gonna say animal. Something.
Animal control?
Animal control. Yeah.
I'm over here like,
One
can
of
we
them.
try it?
Girl, no.
Hey, that's a
my
funny
dog
show on
hasn't
Fox,
been
Animal
drunk.
Control.
He's been high before
is.
though. He ate one of my doobies and po baby.
What was that like?
At first, I thought something was wrong with him. His head was just every time I picked him up, he would look.
Oh my
And then his head would go to the side, and he would just blink real slow. And I
know.
was like,
goosebumps every
"Oh my god!"
I never
The same
thought
thing
about
happened to
like
my best
that.
friend too.
Like
Mom
an
had
animal
to drive
being
him.
high? I
No,
never
Mom
thought
had
of
to
that
drive him. It
before.
was crazy. It was crazy. But nah, they got high. It was very, very crazy. It was very crazy.
Come on. And we want to welcome you to another episode of A Regular Thing Podcast.
Absolutely.
All right. I know you
it's
guys
all
are getting
good.
used to this bullshit we do.
You guys will be fine.
Yeah, you be all right. You know, I feel like we like to have that little balance for y'all when we first start, and then we get into all the real serious,
dog water on
intelligent, in-depth, artsy shit. But at first, we got to be ourselves. I'm going to welcome you again. I am your boy Kodak. Behind the camera is the Shea Butter God himself.
Cooler than the
BS.
other side of the motherfucking pillow.
Come on.
Yeah.
Just
The
recently
Shea
had a
Butter God.
birthday. You know what I mean? He another
Yes.
notch closer to the Most High. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yes.
And then across from me,
It's your girl Maury Moore to the stars, okay? On phone them. Y'all be nice, okay? We you know, we here and you can't do nothing about it. Squaw.
boom. And then our guest today is our great sister, you know, writer, I would say future author, you know,
Director.
hyper creative,
Man,
You know.
Yeah.
you know,
Hyper-creative.
director, producer, showrunner,
Honestly, at this point, ambassador. Let's
Ambassador,
be ambassador.
you
okay,
know,
let's
These titles.
media maven,
You feel me?
you know, the one and only Michaela P. Shelton.
Yes.
Thank you for being on
Thank you
here.
for having me. Hello, people. They forgot the motherfucking legend.
You feel
I'm
me?
just kidding.
There is no
You
way.
ain't good, no. No, it's all
There's
good.
no way. Like, there's no way we can talk about reckless behavior and not have the whole purpose, the reason, okay, the mother of reckless behavior come through and pull up on
Y'all
us, girl.
funny. Got me feeling my...
Feel like that one.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you are. You mentioned an event that we just had. I think you should talk a little bit more about that. You feel me? What event was you talking about earlier?
Okay, you want me to? Okay.
I would love to.
Okay, so we had Reckless Behavior, the pre-screen. The show's called Reckless Behavior, the series. So, you know, shout out to Lauren. She real creative and things.
Man, Lauren,
But yeah, we
T,
just had
Nick,
an event
CC.
where we showed two, but technically 4 new episodes from
secretly.
season 3. It was really great. The most amount of people we've ever had. We had over 100 people show
was a
up
sold-out
to
event,
watch these
too.
episodes. We had some merch. Shay Diddy, shout out to Shay Diddy
Yes.
from
Shout out to
Cammy
the legend
L.
Shay
That's
Diddy.
Big Sis. She came
Did
and
the
hosted the
thing.
event. We had a whole Q&A panel featuring me and the other directors, Lauren and T. Carrier. And it was just really magical. Like all of our hard work paid off. Everything was looking all beautiful and all pink. But yes, that was October 11th.
Yes. So if
I
you
feel like that
missed
was just
it,
yesterday. It's crazy.
I'm saying if you missed it, I kind of don't feel bad for you, but
No,
I
not
just
at
know
all.
this.
There's a recap. You get some FOMO if you
You can
watched
get a
it.
little something, but please understand, season 3 is finna knock you on your ass. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man, I'm excited though. Season 3 was an interesting process because I think that's for me watching you. That was the time I saw you really move with purpose. Like you, each season 1 and 2, you were figuring things out. You were going through the motions and you were growing. But season 3, it felt more like you were kind of more like, all right,
I got this.
I got everybody. You do this. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this.
Yep.
The rest of the shit is on me. I'm gonna be at this time. We're gonna be shooting on these days. If you can't make these days, you know what I mean? It just felt like, okay, she got it. Now she running with it.
She in
Now
the
it's
swing
like,
of things. Yeah.
that's why I see
Thank
you had
you.
your flow. You had a flow
Yeah.
to your production. That's the time. Those are the 10,000 hours that you're putting in. You can see it showing. Like, yeah, she's starting to really gather her confidence and really feel and own what she's doing. And we can follow her better because we could tell that our leader knows what she wants and she's going for it.
She has a vision.
That
like
was
a clear,
really
like
dope experience. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure you're in it. You know, as you guys know, we're talking about being leaders.
Yeah.
When you're in it, you focus on a mission. You don't even care how great things are going as long as shit's not going bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna move. But for us on the outside, we looking like, damn.
this is nice.
What is this, velvet? What is this, velvet?
I love what you've done with the place.
large.
Oh,
Oh,
my
God.
God.
She's ordered us a large. A
She got a
large.
pool in the back. This bitch got a pool in the
Y'all
back.
are a lot.
Oh my
Yeah, you feel me? It's like, okay, because like we was there.
Yeah, we were
from the beginning,
there.
so we saw you progress, get better, have setbacks, come back, keep going, take time off, come back, go again. You know what I mean? Like sticking with it.
For 3, even though it's 3 seasons, it's been more than 3 years. Please understand that.
6 years.
Boom. So it's
Crazy.
like the amount of work that you get to see within those 10 minutes, if it's like the first season, 20 to 30 if it's the second season, and bleep during the third because I can't get you too much. There are at least 24 hours behind at least each like half episode. Like, please understand the amount of time and sacrifice and organization and delegation and honestly just sheer genius that this woman has been able to execute. In 6 years, a homebred brand from the recesses of this wonderfully beautiful mind is now something that everybody can enjoy, everybody can talk about, everybody can relate to.
Yes.
And it's like, oh my God, hey, wait.
Independently funded.
Independently fun. Like, listen, man. Listen, you deserve fuck flowers. You need a garden, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay? You need a garden.
Yeah, we like
And
again,
it better be roses or else.
being that I understand what it's like to be in a position of leadership, and all of us do, like, we understand that, like, there are battles that you would never talk about that you went through. There are moments that you were in the dark that you won't never talk about unless you talk about to your, your immediate tribe, your inner circle. So it's like, to see that shit and get into, I remember when you were talking, remember it was at a video shoot. It was at a video shoot for Illa.
Yes,
Shout out
what a
Illa.
tea.
It was at a video
Yes,
shoot
I
for
love you,
Illa.
girl. I miss
and
you.
Remember, me and you went to, I invited you to
I
that video.
forgot about that.
I invited
I
you to
thought
that
you were going to
video.
talk about the restaurant.
No,
Not-
That's when we invited you to the.
Yeah.
I invited you to the video shoot. I invited her, like, come on, sis, because I know she was networking, want to get outside.
Wow.
Like, come to this video shoot. She came. It was in Hayward. We went to the video shoot. We sitting there talking. I remember you were talking to me about the idea of making Reckless Behavior actual show, because the blog had already been out, but she was talking making a show, and I remember you was having that conversation. I was like, sis, just go, like, do it, bro. And that's the same night you met Plain Jane.
Yeah.
You
Who
know,
was
forgot about
cousin
that night.
in season 1.
That's
She was our cousin
crazy.
in season
I
1.
for sure thought you was going to bring up when we went to brunch and we were talking about it.
yeah.
Because that was like one of the first conversations I had
Yeah.
about it.
But cause I remember that night so special to me because I remember you said you want to talk to Jane. And then you
So
was like scared, like, man, I'm gonna do it. And I was like,
I was
they
terrified.
like us, bro. Just go. You just gotta just put yourself out there and talk. And then here we go. She's on the first season of your first show that you wrote,
that
and
part.
directed and produced. You know, and like,
Yeah.
With an iconic scene,
yes,
by the
super
way.
iconic scene. So like,
Yeah.
An iconic scene, by the way. Like, you know.
but if you pay attention to her eyes, she's like, oh damn, yeah. But that's leadership. You get so
Yeah.
caught up in just making it happen. You never get a chance to take time and look at the steps and
Bask
look
in
at
the
how far
moments, yeah.
you still going up the mountain. You don't look back and see like, damn, I came a long way.
Like, nigga, this high as
I
fuck.
came a long
It's really crazy because I remember just like being scared and like I've always just been called like, oh, so awkward and square and everything. So I'm like, I can't put out a show. Like people are gonna talk about me and people are already talking about me, just how awkward I am. And when it came to talking to people, like when you were trying to push me at that event, I'm like, I can't just walk up to Plain Jane and be like, hi, I'm about to have a show. I don't have one yet, but I want you to be on it. I'm like, I can't do that.
Right.
And you kept telling me like, you got to network. You got to have her show. Like she's lit. Like she's
Right
important
there.
in the Bay. And
Your opportunity's
I
right
was
there.
shaking.
Yeah, girl.
And I walked up and it wasn't even like, they were so nice to me. They're like,
Super
hey,
sweet.
want a shot of Grey Goose? I'm like,
Cool as
okay. Like they're
Like,
not,
sure, man.
yeah.
Okay.
And even with like before the show, doing Queen Media Collective before, and when we had our first watch party for season 1, and I was like, all right, Imani, like you gotta go talk. Like I can't do it. And she's like, no. She's like, you're the star of the show. Like you go up and talk. I was like, I can't talk. What do you mean?
Me?
Oh yeah, I was terrified. I'm not really comfortable in that space. And I think even now I have to like put it on and do it because I'm just like, this just has to
Like
be
a
done.
cape,
But
almost,
it's
you
not
know?
it's
Like a
not
cape.
my thing. Like I'm not truly like the most social and comfortable. And I just remember her always telling me like, no, you always make me talk. You got to get up there. And then you
Yes.
pushing me that day when I was shaking,
Go
walking
talk.
over there a few feet. I'm like, these women are beautiful. They're artists.
So
Who
is
am I
she.
to just walk over and be like, hey,
And then boom, you did
Yeah.
it. It's the light, man.
And she's on the first season.
Like, but it's the
Yeah.
light though. When you in no space, because I've been there. That's why I want you to do it. I'm like, cause I get it.
yeah.
But you get over to those people and like what happened? You realize like, oh, they just me. They just like me. Okay, cool. Like, and like you said, like you like to be in the house. Most of these people, the most brilliant creatives, are those regular ass people who like to be in the house, who don't really do this. This is me putting on a fucking costume. This ain't
Yeah.
Like how Superman is like actually Superman, but Clark Kent is the actual costume that he has to
Yes.
put on. To fit in, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing, and I was glad you did it because you got to see that, and you also got to see the power of speaking up,
'Cause she's
and saying
Superwoman
something
now,
to do
bitch.
because you didn't have a budget. You probably feel like I got paid people, but everybody did it off of believing in the vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like that's why that moment meant so much to me because I saw you like get out there and go and start to pitch and believe in what you think and what that you want to do, and then you manifested it to now 6 years and 3 seasons later.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
It is crazy.
Crazy
Like
to
that
say,
event and
right?
seeing all those people. And I'm like, everybody's here because of something, like you said, like something that was in my brain.
Right
And now
here.
we're here in this room. I don't even know a lot of these people. So it's not just like my friends here. These are people that I've never met before who want a picture with me. Like, who am I?
Picture with you, want to buy merch with your face on it, stuff with your brand on it. You're like, girl,
It's weird.
share
I'm
this.
still like
I
getting
met
used to
da-da-da.
it. And then
Girl.
then there's the amount of people that will say like, you're so confident and like, I'm so inspired. I'm like, I was terrified going when Shay Diddy was like, and Michaela, I did not want to go up there. I'm like, oh God, like I don't want to stand in front of all these people and speak. Like it's still not comfortable for me.
Yeah.
But I can do it. And I know it's necessary because I
Yeah.
have to market the show. I have to market myself and all you
carry
guys.
it.
Like
Gotta carry the
our hard
brand.
work is not going to be in vain and not seen by everyone.
No.
So it definitely, I still get really nervous, but I know it's necessary. And I think putting myself out there is why so many people are tuned in. And
Oh, for sure. For sure. I would say sometimes the hardest step is putting yourself out there.
Absolutely.
You know, the fact that one, it started with a written blog, and the first season is actually loosely based off of Sis's like actual life experiences. So she's speaking from a place of vulnerability. And the fact that you are willing to share that with so many people, even if it's in writing form, sometimes writing is even more expository than performing or acting. And you did that first. And so
Yeah.
it's like you started with the most
and
vulnerable thing.
that was very scary too. But
Yeah.
I think that I was so mad after college and like just not having enough money and like not having a boyfriend and like dealing with my parents and like having to have a roommate. I'm like, I didn't imagine life was gonna be like this.
Right.
Like, why am I 22 and I have a roommate?
Right.
And I'm like, why am I not married? Like, where is my journalism job that I'm in debt for?
Yeah.
And I was just so mad. And I was like, look, I have to just start writing. And at first I didn't really put my blogs out there because I'm like, I'm just getting it out for me. And then I was like, no, like people need to see this because it's hard out here.
Fuck that shit.
And then when people would start to respond like, oh, like I feel that way too, like whoopty whoopty whoop. And I'm just like, okay, so I'm not the only one like frustrated. Like I'm not the only one struggling out here. Let me just keep writing.
Yeah.
And it was just so cool to see like people actually respond and like even older people be like, I went through that like back in the day, like reading that gave me chills.
That's
And I'm like,
hella validating.
this is crazy. Because there's definitely certain blogs I put out there where I would be like about to press publish and I'm like, maybe not. And I'm just like, nope, you just got to do it. People going to talk about you regardless if it's positive or negative. And this is a vessel for you to express yourself and vent. So, period. This is a vessel for you to, vent and feel better. Yeah. And even if this may not do anything, but just getting it out there and just one person saying they understand what you're going through would just make me feel better.
Meanwhile, the whole community did because you should do a show, bro. I will watch this. You should do it. And lo and motherfucking behold.
I'm like, now people want spinoffs. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they want character spinoffs.
It's
like
crazy.
Very crazy. It's cool to think about though. Like being a part of it, right? Like being a part of it, seeing behind the scenes, but also being able to see the finished product, like knowing like the A to Z and being able to say like, oh shit, I was there for the whole alphabet. Like I was there the whole time. For real? I was there. We did this. Like there were times when we was watching it during the pre-screen. I seen scenes and I was like, we did do that shit. Oh, I remember that. But it was so different because you're seeing the finished product. And there's like a concept that like we talk about when we're training where it's like this idea of an iceberg situation where you look at the top of the iceberg above the water and that's the finished product. Yeah. That's the season, right? But underneath, that's the pre-screen, that's the content days, that's the workshops. And then underneath that, it's the writing, the directing, the casting, the set design. And so all of these different things lead up to this iceberg that only the people can see from the outside. They don't see all that shit that goes into it. No. Man, it's just so cool to witness. And then to be able to be close to you at the same time. I'm spoiled. I don't care. I love this woman. I love you. She did, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. This woman did her thing. And I say that including every single piece of nonsense that she had to navigate, whether it was from actors, producers, whether it was from content creators or people that are like, looking for shows and stuff like that, media content people. Every curveball that was thrown at this woman said, bitch, where? Okay. I just need that to be known because my sister did that shit. Okay. It's a reason why I bring up reckless behavior hella much on this pod. Now y'all know.
That made me want to talk about the new contract. Oh, I guess this is an exclusive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at
So today I signed a new contract with a new distributor.
Yes.
And he's going to start pitching the show. And I'm so happy because I read the contract. Because I'm just going to be transparent. The contract that I have for season 2 is not the best. And it was definitely like, oh, we can be on Tubi. Just signed it.
Right. Ooh.
And there's a lot that happened with that. But now we have a brand new contract and I read it and I was like, can we add a clause that says this? Or can we include some marketing? Or can we include like X, Y, and Z?
Bullshit.
And I'm like, I'm going to just say it and see what they say. Because this needs to be a good situation for us. Yeah. I can't just sign it because we want to be on Tubi so bad or we want to be on the platform so bad. So I had all these different things that I wanted revised. And he was like, yes, I'll make those changes for you. There was one thing that wasn't able to be changed. And it's not the worst thing. I was like, you know what? You made like 4 other changes for me. Like, I'm good with that.
Fine.
So I signed it today and I got so emotional because I've been having meetings.
Child.
So many, like it's been like a 6-month process to find a new home and distribution.
Yeah.
Because I really thought it would be more simple and just, we're just going to throw the new episodes on there. But no, when you have new episodes, it's like a whole nother process. And I did not know that since this is our first time having distribution. So
people trying to
get
wiggle
here
their way
today and sign my name and to see that contract with the changes that I suggested that work in our favor, I'm just like, we've come a long way. I'm so happy. Today's a special day. I am happy the interview is actually today.
We are too.
Because shit. Earlier I was just like, I really signed that contract. we really gonna be somewhere soon. Season 3.
Yeah.
Listen.
But that's
I'm negotiating. Like, who am I, a businesswoman?
yes.
Yes.
Look at me.
I'm not
Having a business.
I'm not the naive girl. I'm just gonna sign this contract. No, that's not me anymore.
Just
Look
listening
at me
to you
read
say,
contracts
like,
about my phone.
I
anymore.
need this and this and this.
Yes.
And they were like,
if you have any questions, we can get on the phone.
you better.
Yeah.
Y'all
ew.
think y'all got a reason to flex. My sister do.
I don't know. It feels like it's not even happening. I don't know how to explain it. It
Girl.
feels very surreal.
Dreamy.
It is. I mean, but
Yeah.
that shows your growth. Like I said, the beautiful thing about being independent is that you are learning the ins and outs
Yeah.
of this business without the curtain being pulled over your eyes
Yeah.
or somebody negotiating doing things for you. You just like rolling
Yeah.
with it. Now you can know. So when you get to those, as you keep growing and keep getting to those bigger rooms with those bigger production companies, and you getting these bigger offers, oh. I'm not taking that necklace. No.
No, I need this.
No, I need this, and
You
this,
need-
and this.
you wanna work
or
with me?
else
I
I'm
need
not
this.
signing
Yeah.
that. You know.
And I think I really had a jaded, and I will shout out T for having conversations
love
with
you,
me.
T.
Like, look, everybody
Shout out
is
to you.
not
We
everybody
love
is
you.
not gonna be in your favor. Everybody's
No.
not on your team. Because I'm thinking like, oh, no one would give me a bad contract. Nobody would do that to me. Nobody
Right.
would do
Like, why would they?
A very like positive, like people aren't bad, but no,
Optimistic.
everybody
Yeah,
very optimistic.
Yeah, everybody's off
To
the
where I don't always do my due diligence. Like even certain people I've worked with, I'm like, I don't need a contract. And then when shit hits the fan, it's like, you gonna do me like that?
Child.
You gonna do me like that? And they're like,
Child.
yeah, bitch.
I am.
You-
And then I'm just like so sad. But now I'm really seeing like, nah, everybody really ain't your people. Everybody is truly not your people.
Your
And
ducks got to be in a row for real.
I don't care who you are. Mom, contract.
Yeah, no.
Like,
always check paperwork.
man, I've
Always
gotten
check.
burned so many times, and I have not had like business acumen. Like I'm a creative, I'm a writer.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
had that business
Yeah.
side,
Yeah.
and I don't think
I
I've
resonate with that.
and I don't think
resonate.
I've necessarily like trusted people
Mm-hmm.
to like manage. I'm like, no, I'll just take care of it, knowing I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, we were just talking about this with Shayla. We were. I promise you spoke to all of
Shout out
that.
to my sister Shayla.
Yes, like she was
Shout out to
talking
the
about
queen.
how like being. What did she say? It was something like being so like this is my baby,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't trust you to do it because you're not gonna do it the way I need you to do it, how I need you to do it.
Yeah.
But then you end up being like, bruh, I got 15,000 things that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's heavy.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired. I need to delegate, but how do I go about that? How do I navigate who to trust? Who
Yeah.
really in my corner?
Yeah.
So, oh my God, just
That's the
It's
struggle of
hard.
creatives, though.
man.
It's really hard because and then everybody want to be gang, right? Like
Yeah, of course.
even after this pre-screen, some of the messages I've been getting, I'm like, but you wouldn't give me the time of day.
Yo, I
but now
appreciate you been doing your thing, watching you grow. It's been amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
I have. There's literally a message before this where you
didn't watch
ignored
me
me
grow.
when I needed help or I needed support or I wanted to use you as a resource.
That
You ignored
fucking
me.
part. Mhm.
Season
That
1, you
fucking
was not
part.
worried about me.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Now you see a KQED article. Hey, Queen.
Hey.
And now it's funny. Now it's just kind of
goddess.
funny.
I see you shining. I just
I'm
want
like,
you to
the
know you keep doing your
audacity.
thing.
I feel
The
like that's part of
audacity.
the flowers, though. Sometimes, listen, most people don't
Definitely.
realize what they got until it messed them up.
But
You know
that's
what I'm
why
saying?
it's so important for me to recognize like people like you guys. Because I didn't it was just an idea. It was literally a fucking idea. We didn't know if I could do it. I didn't know what I was doing. And y'all still showed up for me.
Absolutely. I'm
and
honored.
it means so much.
I'm
No,
honored.
you pull up for your homies.
Because certain people was like a show. Like you
I'm
ain't-
forever supportive of Michaela P. Shelton. So anytime you do something, if what she do, what she got? I'm gonna do my due diligence. I'm gonna go through the proper channels. I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of you as a creative. I want to see what you're doing. I want to know. Like, ooh, what she got next? Like, that's how I'm a fan of you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I think it was just weird to like make people believe in something I didn't necessarily even believe in yet. It's like I have this idea and I want to do it. I don't really know how I'm gonna do it. And I think like having Imani with me and her being like, okay,
Shout out to Imani.
shout
We
out
love
to
you,
my
girl.
sister Imani, and
You
her
did
being
that.
like, look, we could split the cost. You know, we could figure it out together.
She was in season 1 too.
She was playing Nicolette.
Yup.
And I don't think if I didn't have her, I wouldn't have did it because I needed that push and that confidence. She had already had 2 businesses. She was writing curriculum. She had her boutique. Yeah.
Oh yes, girl.
She had her boutique, and I'm like,
Girl.
okay, like this girl's my friend. She's on board with this. She started 2 businesses, and she's like, look, we gonna figure it out. We gonna use Google.
Hey,
We ain't had ChatGPT
Google
yet.
is your
we
friend.
finna figure it out.
we
bro.
was Googling.
We finna figure it out.
We was Googling, and she was right there. Like, look, I can't write no articles, but I can help you with the business logistics and like She pushed me.
And she was a breeze to work with. Like Imani is just so
Yeah.
easygoing and chill, you know.
Exactly.
So like you could really like bounce ideas off of
Yeah.
her, and it's like lucrative, you know. Like,
And I would
she's
just
cool.
see
She's
like
cool as fuck.
so little, but so confident and like assertive.
Yeah.
So I'll
That's
just be like,
awesome.
sis, I'll do the writing. You could just speak up and talk to the people and
I'm so
even because let's be real. Like season 1, my people skills and my leadership skills were not the best.
You were
and
still
I can acknowledge
learning,
that.
though. You were still learning. That's not something that the reality of that situation is.
Yeah.
There's no written book that says how
Yeah.
you're supposed to do it, especially when
Yeah.
you're doing it on your own.
Yeah.
Like this was really grass-fed, homegrown, and so sure. Could things have been different? Yeah. But that's the beauty of growing with your craft, right? Growing with your story. Like every single time we could see Michaela getting better because your writing, your seasons, your production, your delegation got better. We saw you and we went on the journey with you. So taking acknowledgement, cool,
Yeah.
awesome. But understand that it's also up to us to recognize that this was a brainchild that became something in real life. And there is no fucking manual for that.
Yeah.
There isn't one.
No.
But I just think like having like, when you were only an actress in season 1.
Sure
shout out
was.
to
I was
you
kicking it.
for
I
getting
was
hers.
chilling.
'Cause Reckless Behavior would not
was
be
chilling.
Reckless Behavior without Maya motherfucking Holloway.
Squaw.
So it was just like for you to come on and you to kind of be really assertive. And I saw how you spoke to people. And I'm like, she's really good with like articulating and like communicating what I'm trying to say. When I'm over here like I'm losing my shit. I don't know how to talk to people.
The Capricorn
And
brain.
Imani too, because she's always worked with kids.
Yeah.
I've never worked with kids.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't have that. I
Me
know
neither.
how to talk.
You
I'ma
gotta
just-
deal with
I'm gonna just
parents,
go off on you and be
bitch.
rude because I
Yeah.
don't really know.
Yeah, no.
Honestly.
Dealing with parents, you got to learn how to navigate some bullshit.
So being like,
Yeah.
all right, you're gonna be my liaison. I want to have something to say because I
got
know that those skills are not. I don't have those skills yet.
And that's
then
teamwork.
Yeah.
That's teamwork. That's you knowing, all right, this person is great for this. I can rely on this
Yeah.
person for this. That's delegation.
Yeah. And then I would have people like, oh, like some of the biggest directors, like they're mean. Like people don't. I'm like, no, but I don't want to be like. I don't want people to not like me or like think that I'm mean. I don't want to be like. I want people to have a pleasant experience. I want people to feel like they can give me feedback and come to me because this is about the art. This isn't about me. So if anybody sees anything that can be better in Reckless Behavior,
Absolutely.
And I think like. It was definitely like, I'm paying for this and like my ego getting in the way. But like when we did season 2 and I'm like, all right, everybody, like, what's wrong with the show? Like, I won't take it personal. We need to really sit here and talk about
fine
everything.
combed that shit. Like she brought all of the producers together and she said, we're gonna sit down as a producer team and watch season 1, critique everything. I want to
we
know
did watch
every
it.
fucking thing. And she dead ass. Oh, okay, yep. I see what you dead ass. She picked it apart just to be able to build it back again.
Yeah, she wanna be
new,
great.
fresh, different.
Yeah.
Like
That's what the desire of greatness is. That's the 5% or 1 percentile. Like great minds want to be great.
Yeah.
They don't take the applause as that's of a gratification. Because they're a lot of times, like I was talking to Doggy about it, like a lot of times you're looking for gratification from your peers, from people who do this to be like, this is amazing work. You know what I mean? So when you want to be great, you always are in the market of like, in the space of like, I want to be better. I get y'all like it, but y'all my partners. You know, or I get y'all like you my friend, or, they like it, but I see holes and flaws in my abilities. I know I can be better. I know that what I produce is not my best. I am chasing my best. So
my only competition is me.
It's me. It's each time getting better than I was the last time you seen me. That's where my high comes from. So
I think in the beginning, it was like a defense mechanism thing where it would just be like every time somebody tried to critique something, it's like, no, this is great. Like, no, I'm not listening to you. This is my show. There was like a lot of and like, oh, I'm paying for this. And it was definitely like just a defense mechanism. Of
course.
To like, I'm not going to take your
Erica
space.
Badu
I'm the
said
one.
it, yeah.
And
She
then
said about your shit. That's
it was
fine.
one conversation that I had with T when he was like, you saying a lot of I, mine, this should be ours. This should be we. You shouldn't be talking to everybody with the whole I, and you should be open to people's feedback because you're not going to see everything. And as I reflected and looked back on season 1 and even season 2, I'm like, there are some things that I could have did better. There are some things that people specifically brought up, and I was just like, no, we're doing it my way. So season 3, I'm like, hey, y'all, like,
Here, give it. What? Let me see.
What
up?
you think?
What you got? Yeah.
If it's
what
trash,
you got,
tell
bruh.
me. If we need to do it again, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like if this doesn't make any sense, let me know.
Say
And I feel like
something.
you can
Yeah.
definitely see that.
Oh.
Like I'm the most critical person ever. I have nothing bad to say about season 3. I honestly have no criticisms because it was really a group effort and not just a Michaela effort.
Yeah, but that's getting better. You getting better at trusting your team.
This
Yeah.
amazing
And you also know
motherfucker.
if you
She's
want to
so
go far, go
amazing,
together.
bruh.
You know what I mean?
She's so fucking dope.
I would love to know though, like
So dope,
being because you know because of all the hats I wear, I know it's different to be on like y'all side of it. So like. How we filmed for like 7 months, like, and then you guys being in character, like, how did that feel? Like, how was the experience of just coming to set and you're like, okay, now I got to be my character. Like, how is that?
It was cool. I mean,
Because you've never acted before.
not even a little bit. I've only acted a damn fool. I've only acted a damn
even a
fool.
tiny bit.
That's it. I've only acted a damn fool.
You are stupid.
That's it.
Oh my God.
facts.
Such a Kodak ass
You know,
thing to say.
Google it.
Would you be? I know sometimes you would say you were nervous, which I thought that was bullshit.
Always. But nerves come when you care.
Yeah. He would
know,
he would
you care.
tap in and be like, hey, you did
nah.
that. Like he would
Because
tap
like
in.
I do believe the camera doesn't lie. And like I said, again, being that type of cerebral mindset of that person who wants to be good or great at something, like I never want to be trash.
Yeah.
Like nothing. Not trash. I mean, I don't have to be the best, but I don't want to be trash. And so, like,
we know what that looks like.
yeah, like, as long as I'm not ass
know what
last,
that
I may
looks
be
like,
right above
guys.
the niggas ass last, I'm cool. You know what I mean? But it's true. I don't want to come in last. Nobody who wants to be the last nigga across the finish line. Nobody.
No.
So like with that, I cared because it's like you my sis. So it's like if this person is willing to believe in me and give me a role where I have lines, not a line, I have lines. So I'm on this episode. I'm on this
You got
episode.
like you got a story.
Oh shit! I got like 3, 4 episodes.
You got a story, son.
Damn. So I actually am a character. Okay. You know what I mean? So it's like I cared. I wanted my team to be proud of me. Still being a team person, like I want to look around the room, everybody like you held your part down. That's all I care about. As long as I wasn't weak, I was cool. You know what I mean? But the process was different, of course. You got getting a script, nigga. All right. I got a fucking script, bro.
Oh my God.
Like, VS, you ever had a script?
You watch. I'm gonna get him.
Nah.
Exactly, nigga. It's weird. You get a script.
I wrote a script in like the 7th grade. It
You
was
wrote a
trash.
script. But now, okay.
I want to see that
But
script.
those are lines from
Child.
your
It doesn't
mind.
exist. Like listen. I'm
It
a procrast-
exists.
No, it doesn't exist.
Oh,
It doesn't exist. No, it
where
doesn't
the
exist.
archives
Listen,
at?
It
listen.
does.
7th grade.
Roll the footage.
I did it in like 2 days. Like I'm a procrastinator, so it's like when I had to do it, it was just and that was it.
That's the thing that'll go viral and take you to the next level.
I was
Hello.
in 7th grade. That was a long time.
Man,
Hey,
yeah,
so-
that's
Find that
probably
script.
irrelevant. Find
So-
that
It's
script.
gone. It's
Sell it.
gone.
I was
But yeah.
reenacting Lion King scenes up in the room, cuz, and here I am.
That's what I'm saying. But being that way, you never having a script, now having to go through a table read, like, okay, we're reading this together. Okay, we're doing it on Zoom. All right. And then you do it, and then it's like, okay, this is cool. You know what I mean? Mind you, this shit is happening in the pandemic.
And we didn't even talk about it. It's okay. We're gonna let
In the pandemic.
Child.
So this started in
Well, no, the first season started pre-pandemic.
season 2 was more
Season 2
like
was
Yeah,
like
so
when-
2019, we filmed season 1. It came out in 2020. And then late 2020. So when was COVID? COVID was
started
basically
in
in March.
March.
the
Yeah.
end of March.
We tried to start filming in June, then we were kind of scared. We're like, oh shit, COVID's still here. So then we paused and we started back in September. But then it was like the holidays came and COVID really
Motherfuckers
ramped
was
up.
getting
and we was
sick.
still filming. That
They
shit was
had
crazy.
family
Masked
members
up.
that they were
That shit
living
was
with.
crazy.
That
And
like
if you wasn't on
you know?
set, masked up.
Yeah.
Like, if you
We were
wasn't,
still, that's crazy. We still
know what I mean?
filmed.
It was people like I remember at one point like there would be times where it's like if you weren't in the scene you needed
gotta
to
go
be
outside.
outside
You gotta go
like
outside.
just to try to mitigate
Yeah.
as much
Or
spread
sometimes
as we
people
could.
would get scared and like message me like, hey, like I'm sorry, I know this changes the
Based
plan, but I
on-
don't feel comfortable. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna force you to come. Like I
Yeah.
get it, it's a whole pandemic. So I would just rewrite the script real quick, be like, oh, they're on vacation. Like
we was even
I'm like, I'm
low-key,
not gonna
like,
make nobody
doing
come. You're
COVID
not
tests,
comfortable,
you
especially
know?
since people aren't even getting paid. I'm like, damn, people like risking their lives for like my shit.
But it's, we had to do. So going
Yeah,
again,
do it.
doing all that in the pandemic,
do it.
scripts, table reads over Zoom, you know, then doing live and like in-person rehearsals, you know, having to memorize lines and like, oh, I have to know this shit. Like, yeah. And then you have to know who's speaking before you, who's speaking after you.
Hey, no,
and then
yeah.
you gotta time your response so it don't feel robotic. Like, oh shit.
that you just saying lines.
That's crazy
Yeah.
that you said that, cause line. I was gonna say the same. You know what I mean? You don't want to do it's you feel robotic if you don't got your shit down. Like you really have to like I was knowing niggas.
He talk about
lines.
somebody. He talk about somebody.
You know what I mean? Like
He is talking about somebody.
and then like learning how to feed off of someone's
somebody,
energy
bro.
on set. Like I don't know any like I didn't know T Carrier before him and I started acting on set. So I had to like I took me and bro standing outside in between like us rehearsing stuff like that. I'm just
Chopping
talking
it
to him
up.
about regular shit. Like I'm like, if I gotta be your best friend, my nigga, what's your favorite cereal, bro? I don't even know shit about you. Like I just
Building
get a name.
chemistry.
Building chemistry, cracking jokes. Like it was building rapport. Like I took it all serious. I didn't know what I was doing, but I know I didn't want to suck. That's all I knew. I just knew I didn't want to be the worst person. And again, you entrusted me by saying, I'm going to give you a recurring character on my show. So it's like, oh, damn, I definitely don't want to do my sister this service because, nigga, I was one of the people talking into doing this shit. I can't go in and be
Literally.
weak.
No, for real.
I can't go in here and be weak,
I feel
nigga.
that.
Like,
I feel that for sure.
Thanks for taking my fucking show, this weak-ass acting. You know what I mean? You want to be like, you want to be that nigga.
Not
Like,
taking the show.
you know what I mean? Because it's like, we're actually
Trash.
friends. Like,
Wait.
we're actually cousins.
So are you happy with your performance? Honestly, be honest.
No.
No?
No, I was fucking be better. But
Like you watch like
he
the
is
that's
his
my
you watch the
worst
episodes and you're not happy with
enemy.
how you
I'm
were?
cool with it, but like
Nigga,
the
the
same
scene-
way you watch it and be like, damn, I could
He
Nigga,
is his worst enemy.
But nigga, the scene about the daughter when you ain't even got no damn daughter,
Oh, man.
you did hella good though.
I had to pull from my niggas that's going through baby mama drama. It's like, man, you understand.
And I can't wait till y'all see it.
That was so
Anytime-
impressive.
Thank you.
Anytime
That
you
was
had
so
to
impressive.
get on T, like as an
yeah.
artist, my guy, I knew where you were pulling from.
Yeah, but I had to pull from different shit. Like,
That's
all right,
acting.
how would I really? But I didn't know that. I don't
Yeah.
know shit
But
about that.
I think
Fair.
it's so
Fair.
cool
Fair.
because like I'm basically playing myself, right? I mean, season 3 was hard for me because like a lot of the shit that happened, like I'm not a mean person, so
No.
a lot of the like deceit and shit, I'm like, oh my god,
Child,
like
Rick.
I'm watching it like she cold.
She
I'm
is
not-
terrific.
I'm not so pulling that out was very interesting for
Mm-hmm.
me. But I mean, typically my whole acting in the show is like depicting things that have already happened to me. It's not that hard. But if I had to pretend I had a son or some shit, or had to
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
pretend,
Yeah.
I don't know how that would
Pretend
go.
I got
Trying
an
to pull
STD?
from shit that doesn't exist. Like pulling from shit that hasn't actually happened to you, but that's real true acting.
Yeah.
Like when you
Yeah.
was like, me and my baby mama, like it sounded real.
Yeah.
I love that
Because
scene.
I just seen so many of my friends like, man,
Yeah.
I tell
love
you.
it.
But I don't know how to
I love
pull
it.
from like other people's energy. So
I just mimic how some of them like their postures. They always like humped over. I was like,
Mimicry.
man, bro,
I'm a fan of
bro.
mimicry. I'm a huge fan of mimicry.
yeah, and I haven't.
a
I
fan.
mean, and maybe that's what like. I do have some friends that are just very like cold, like fuck these niggas. Like, I don't fuck. So maybe I was pulling from
my
that for
deadpan
season 3,
friends.
but
You just taking that mannerism and plug into your character. And you're like, oh, this is
Yeah.
but
I'm literally that.
I feel like something like being a parent.
Oh, it's tough. You have to like literally just find somewhere like what would I say if I was a father?
Mm-hmm.
Or if I had to pretend I was like a rapper or something.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
so weird.
Meanwhile, you're like,
Bro.
that's not me
At all.
Yeah. So I feel like when you're doing shit like that, like somebody had asked me to play in their short film and they're like, we want you to play like the supportive friend with the great job. I'm like, no, I want to play something wild that I've never done. And they're like, oh, but we know you could play that. I'm like, I don't want to be typecast.
Typecast, yeah,
I'm
I
like,
hate
let me
that.
play a crackhead,
I hate
nigga.
that. Yeah.
Let me play a crackhead. Let me
G's.
I asked to play a stripper. He was like, well, I don't know if you can pull that off. I have somebody that's like real ratchet for that. I was like, but that's the thing. If you're acting, I want to challenge myself.
Y'all gotta see Michaela outside.
Yeah.
That's why me and
Not
her
because
get
she
a
a
look
stripper,
like,
because she not a stripper, but bitch. Let's just say she's sitting on a secret, okay? And it's nice and
let's say
round.
she has
listen to-
aspirations
and don't listen to
fit
these
in her
people.
former life
It jiggles.
to be a stripper.
And it looks very nice.
She has a talent. She has a natural given
it's
talent.
natural. It's
You know.
blessed and highly
This is
flavored.
inappropriate. Help.
You
But
know,
she is taken.
you know,
She's taken.
and
So
she's
don't
a
do
boss
too
lady.
much. You know,
she don't do that. She already gave her life to Christ.
Yeah.
But
But he's like, you can't play ratchet. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we all know I'm not a ratchet person, but if I can tap into that, that would be so tight. Like, that's acting. I don't want to be I don't want to name no actresses that play the same person.
I don't want to be those people.
In case I make it one
I'm
day, and
petty,
they like
'cause I
you
was
did
gonna
that
name, like,
interview and
three.
you
Yeah,
said
I saw that shit you said about me.
we all know that some actors
We
they keep
know.
playing and they're getting paid and maybe they're fine
They're
with
making
that.
the
But
money.
I feel like if you're not challenging yourself, if you're not a Denzel or Will Smith playing
Yeah.
different kinds
Yeah,
of
they
roles,
do a myriad of things.
Yeah.
It's like it's
They're obsessed with the challenge.
yeah, because
Zendaya, love
I
her.
think the biggest thing, like the biggest showing that you're an actor is like doing like a biopic
Oh, for sure.
and
Oh,
doing it
yeah.
right. Like
For sure.
Jamie Foxx,
And right?
Man, it was too good. It was so good.
like you got to study it. You
He
got to have
did
conversations, and you can't
wonderful.
even have conversations if that person you're portraying is dead.
Girl.
So you just got to look at footage.
Angela
Okay,
Bassett
so-
and Tina Turner.
Give me 3 of your favorite method acting performances.
Oh, that's a sexy question.
Don't gotta be your top. Just give me 3 you like. I fuck with those.
3 in general.
Come to your mind.
Method acting,
Like Jamie playing Ray. That's method acting.
like one of
She had to
those.
take on mannerisms. You know what I mean? Like
I believe he on set, like he
Well,
would walk around
yeah,
with
he
the
walked around
glasses that
blind
he couldn't see, so he could
all
practice
day.
like spatial
yeah.
awareness.
shit.
and
When
stuff.
he
Yeah.
got on set, he was blind the entire day.
Yeah.
Will
Oh,
Smith
shit.
playing Ali. You know what I mean?
Oh man, yeah, he
You
did
know,
his
like
thing as
you
Ali.
have to take on the ideology and full mental
did his
like of
thing.
that person. So you have
what's
to
hella funny is my first
He did his
thought
thing.
it was the Joker.
Heath Ledger.
What's
He,
his
no,
name?
that's
was
perfect.
It's amazing.
That
The
shit
Joker.
was crazy.
He's my favorite Joker.
He's
That
my
shit-
favorite Joker.
That was
He's
crazy.
my
I'm mad he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was crazy.
man.
R.I.P. to the
R.I.P.
legend.
Because
man.
it
You
it
did your
really
thing,
is where
bro.
you can get consumed with the character, and that's
Yes.
kind of scary too. That seems very scary.
But like
It is.
It's brilliant though.
It
Like I was
is.
watching this
It's nerve-wracking.
Watch this documentary with Jim Carrey. He played
He's one of my favorite actors of all time.
bro, he played what's that man's name? It's a famous comic from the 70s. But he played bro. And he would literally take on the role full time. Like it was the comedian had a classic character that came on like Saturday Night Live and shit like that he would do. And so he would sometimes leave the set and still be in the makeup. It was like this big dude, this big character he would play. So Jim Carrey was playing that character as playing the guy.
Oh.
And he left the set and like went to a Playboy Mansion party dressed
As the
in-
guy
as the guy.
still.
But thing is, it fucked everybody up because the actual comedian used to go to the Playboy Mansion dressed as that character. So they're looking like, the fuck? Because dude is dead.
That's
like,
so cool.
oh my.
it's a mind fuck for the older guys
It's
who've been
trippy,
around. You're
yeah.
like, oh shit. But it's Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
So it's like he takes his method acting serious. Robin
I
Williams
love Jim.
takes Mrs. Doubtfire. You know, like
I love Jim.
it fully immersed themselves in the
Yeah.
character. So that's why I asked like, who's some of yours? Like those are some right there. Like mine is Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire. Mine is Jamie Foxx and Ray. Like these, because I know
Yeah, I fully agree with you with Heath though. That
Heath
guy.
is a great one. So give me
Yeah.
2 more.
I definitely have to say Angela Bassett as Tina Turner. Oh my goodness.
I just want
That
I just want my name.
woman.
I just want my name. That's it. You got everything. I just want my name.
I
Powerful.
worked too
moment.
hard for that name to let it go.
It's
I
crazy.
love her.
Let me keep my name.
It's
I
literally
love me some
crazy.
Angela.
It's so good.
Love her. She.
Oh my gosh.
I'm talking about like my mama had to tell me she wasn't singing. Like at the very last scene where she's singing "What's Love Got to Do with It" after he pulls the gun on her, my mom had to tell me, no, she's not singing. She lip syncing. I'm like, for real? Like she not?
Bro,
That's not
The
her.
veins in the arms. She studied
way-
Tina's mannerism and how she.
It's
the way she
creepy
just-
how good.
It was
Like,
amazing.
I mean,
bro.
my favorite moments is probably like when she was leaving him and went to that hotel.
I got 30 cents in my way,
But I promise,
but if you just give me a room,
I will pay
I
you back.
promise I will pay you back.
Like, bro, and she
crazy.
grabbed that keys and thank you, and grabbed her shit and walked off. Powerful.
And shout out to the clerk, because obviously this stuff all happened. Shout out to that guy. Okay? Shout out to that man.
Yeah, real
Miss
life.
Turner. We
Real
got
life.
you here. Take
But
this key.
even Lawrence Fishburne is aight. You mean black
Oh
women hate it?
yeah, let's switch to the
Black
other.
women hated
yeah,
Lawrence
bro.
Fishburne, bro.
We hated
Yeah,
him.
bro.
Like
We were mad at
The
him.
cake
oh,
anime.
man, he smashed that cake in her face.
Such an iconic line. I know it's,
Ooh.
Call
it's
it
from
nut
abuse,
bush.
and we're not condoning abuse. We're gonna say that right now. We're not condoning that. We're merely
No.
talking about the scene.
But
Eat the cake anime.
eat the damn cake.
But even to like
Cake.
to play a role like that, you know you're gonna get hate for it, but to do
Bro.
a good job and to like I'm sure he ain't
Girl.
like that in real
No.
life. So you're like
Yeah.
What you ain't thinking about
channeling.
Uncle Lauren?
You're channeling that
I love
in
Uncle
that
Lawrence be
negative
incredible.
monster.
He had to pull because my mind goes, so where did you pull that from? Who do you know like that?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Because
Who
you
was that
got
in
to
real
pull
life?
that from somewhere.
Oh,
Yes.
and it carries. It carries. It carries that heaviness of a character. If you have to play somebody that's like completely separate from you, bro, and especially if they're like on the more grittier, more greasier side, even when you do tap in, it's you carry that energy around. Like sometimes
Bro.
it's hard to get off. No shade.
That's why I don't know if I would ever want to get that deep into a character.
I mean, a lot of method actors say that like after they get done filming, they have to like literally like decompress,
Unplug. They have
for
to
like
unplug.
2 months because they're like, I gave so much of myself to that person that I got to get back to me. Like I still feel like I am that person because I spent the last 6 months being them.
Lady Gaga, the same thing happened to her when she played Donatella Versace.
Oh.
Same thing happened to her.
Brilliant movie.
Oh,
She was
I didn't see
brilliant.
that. What was
She
brilliant.
did her thing, y'all, in that movie. She did her thing.
About the Versace family?
Yeah,
was
she did
brilliant.
it. But
Yeah, I
but
didn't see that.
afterwards, she said there would be times where she would show up to like a shoot, like she was doing like a cover, and she would still be in that mindset as if she was Donatella. And mind you, Gaga is a fashion icon. So naturally, if you're already treated like that in real life, and now you get to play one on screen, when these worlds kind of like melt and mush together, like the line between like what's real and what's not gets blurry. Same thing happened to her. She said she had to debrief for a minute. That's where some of that Tony Bennett era came from. It's doing something completely separate from fashionista Gaga. And then went back, she went back. But she had to like unplug because basically for a while you couldn't tell her she wasn't Donatella Versace.
That was a good movie.
Brilliant movie.
How have I not seen that?
Good ass movie.
Oh, it's out there. You probably find it on like
Good ass movie.
YouTube.
A
or
lot of
Hulu.
a lot of movies during that period weren't like promoted heavily.
No, that's pandemic era.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
it
not even
was.
that old then.
It was.
No, but pandemic for a lot of people was a blur. People
Yeah.
were.
you
focused on
don't
other
hear
shit.
nobody talking about Bird Box no more. So
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
girl.
But I don't really watch movies. I watch
Oh, yeah, Sandra. I
shows
like her too.
more so because
What you watching right now?
you said why?
Why you watch shows over movies? This should be an interesting answer.
Because I like
And I'm
to
asking that
get
question again. That's a good
invested.
question.
I like to get invested, and I feel like a movie, it may have a sequel, it may not. Then it's just over, and you just like, dang. I start thinking like, where's their parents?
I need more.
Did the relationship last? And then I feel like with a show like Power, for instance, we really like those characters are developed. Those characters
Yeah.
have how many seasons now where they're fully developed.
Man,
And
Spinoffs.
other characters come in. You get to see them
And
mad. You get to
spinoffs.
see them grieve.
Yeah.
You get to see them in love. You get to see them go
You
through
grow with
heartbreak,
them.
and you grow
Yeah.
with them. And
You
I
attach to them.
like that.
You
I
actually
feel
become
like
a fan.
movies. I'm like, dang, like 2 hours is over, and they may not even have more of the story. And that's
Unless
just,
it's Harry Potter,
Yeah,
because or Lord of the Rings.
oh, I love Harry. I do love
Yeah.
Harry.
You know what I mean?
Franchises.
Unless it's them or Hobbit. We got
Franchises.
throw
But
Hobbit
You
in
even
there.
pick
then,
movies
though.
that got long movies and trilogies, so you get in your 6 hours.
Avengers,
Yeah, but you
Uh,
can get that
Marvel.
every 2 years.
Marvel
like
stuff.
with a TV
Somebody
show,
organized
I can get my fix
like
every
from
year.
the
for at
the
least-
start of everything
Yeah.
all the way. It's so
I saw a clip
cool,
of
bro.
50 Cent saying he was like, "Don't do movies." He's like, "Do television shows." He said, "Because movies, you need a star to sell it." He was like,
I saw that too.
It's true.
With
Television shows,
television
you're
shows.
selling the story.
I never
Selling the
thought
story.
of
I
that.
saw that too. Yeah.
But it's very true. Like in movies can feel like a one night stand. Like you got your rock star, but it's over. You can see this person
Yeah, I
again.
don't like
But,
that.
But a TV show's a relationship. Like you seeing baby all the time. She done met your parents. You know what I mean? You really can grow. Like there's TV shows that we grew up.
Yeah.
"So would you say
Watch
TV's
it.
the new movies?"
I was now yes because a lot of movie stars are now doing television.
I'm
That
on
is
the
very true.
opposite side of the tracks here. I can't do TV shows, and I'm in one.
I'm so surprised about that.
I can't do
Man.
She
TV
said,
shows.
hey, da-da-da.
No, it's OCD, not da-da-da-da. So my problem with TV shows is that I like that it's stretched out. I like that. I think that's cool because to me, TV shows remind me more of a book than like a movie will, because a movie you have a short amount of time or a long amount of time to put all of this stuff in. Whereas if it's a series, you can stretch it out and actually incorporate all of the details that make up the story. So I do appreciate TV shows for that thing. The one thing I don't like is that just like in books, there's always some sort of fodder or downtime. And when you have an attention span like mine, I'll like, if I miss like 2 episodes or something, by the time like that 3rd episode come around, I'm feeling like I done like forgot everything. I gotta go back and start over and watch it. And as a sufferer of OCD, I rewatch things. So
what
a
you should
movie
do?
for me, I'm gonna watch it like 3 or 4 times because 9 times out of 10, that fourth time, every single time I'm gonna see something different in that movie that I did not see the first time.
But you like anime though, right?
I fucking love anime.
Yeah.
I love anime.
You get your recaps and then they flash
Boom,
back.
boom, boom, boom. It's right there.
But shows will recap. But I just feel like I really am left to wonder who. I'm just gonna keep using Power because that's my.
You
favorite
don't put
show.
a whole bunch of bullshit
But
in
it's
your
like
show.
Ghost's mom. We never met his mom. Like I think his mom was actually dead in the story. But you start thinking of like. Other stuff. You start thinking of like what kind of person was this in high school? Like when they first started. I mean, they said they're probably gonna do the prequel, so that would be cool for me because I do like backstory, and I think that's why I don't really want to make movies. I want to make I like shows. I like shows and how they like Grey's Anatomy. Them same characters.
Grey's is
I am a fucking Grey.
Even
I say that with pride. I am a Grey.
Like Law and Orders and those same.
I like Law and Order.
and it just being on for years
SVU.
and like you keep
know how many
seeing your
times coming in from the
face.
club?
NCIS, I think. NCIS.
Criminal Minds.
Criminal
like, what are
Minds,
we
yeah,
saying?
there
like
are
being
some
drunk at
shows
2
that
a.m.
I'm a stand for. Like, I'm not like fully.
And then when they're over, it's like, no, like it's been 20 years. Like what?
like, what do you mean?
Like a relationship.
Like,
Yeah, it gets
just-
deep. It gets deep. And I think even like with my brain, because I've been thinking of short films, but I'm like, I can't tell a story that short because I just start thinking of like everything they've
Bigger
gone
picture.
through and everyone else.
Bigger
Like now I
picture.
want to introduce the sister. Now I want to introduce the ex-boyfriend that just
Right.
happened to be in Starbucks. Like, oh, this who she used to date when she was in high school? Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
She done leveled up. Like I
Okay,
like
she
people to
doing
be having
better.
conversations about who these characters are.
It's a
And I just
skill
feel like
set.
with a movie, it's way too quick.
I mean,
for
because
me.
with a movie, you're talking about like this one time in band camp. You feel me? You're telling a point
yeah.
in someone's life that
Yeah.
these things occurred and this happened and this is the ending. With TV, you are developing a life. You're developing like, the Truman Show. You're developing a full plot and storyline for somebody to get attached to. So where it's like, again, there's somebody who could say, I started watching your show when I was 6 and it was over when I was 11 and I was so mad.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? It's a brilliant thing to know, like,
God,
damn, so
yeah.
for those 6 years, I was a part of your life. Like, yes, every week, religiously, I watched you.
Or the old, like, if there's someone now who's like 21 and they're like, I just started Girlfriends.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I like
they're,
that.
Now
I
they're
like
all
when that
invested in
happens.
something that's like really old for us.
I like when that happens.
And you feel like you know
I'm a
the character in the
fan,
movie,
yeah.
you could be like, I ain't really like him. But in TV, you grow attached.
And I think it kind of, it feels like it's doing the character a disservice because we're only
Yeah.
seeing them. Like, if the movie's 2 hours, like, how much time of the life are we going to see?
And
It's
is
like,
that scene memorable enough too?
yeah, it's like you saw this character when they were 22 years old, and that's all the movie covered. Like, you don't know who they became. I don't know. That's just like how my brain
No,
works.
it's true,
I'm
though.
like, this was a waste of.
You can't see the evolution. Like, there's plenty of TV shows I've started at the first couple episodes. I'm like, shit, weak. And then like Top Boy, for instance, on Netflix. I started that. I heard about it. I started it, and I was
Right?
like,
Like,
this is gonna be weak.
finna
But
fight
then
'em.
like I find myself, Bobby, season in. I'm talking like I'm from England. Yeah, bro. We're going to the ends.
Go to the ends, mate. Are you coming?
Bro, it's all come.
Are you
bro.
coming?
It's
yeah.
all come.
You're not.
Like-
You're not going.
I got attached. I was like, I'm literally
So
finding
you're gonna
myself
make me go by
having
myself?
using British slang in my day to day because I'm at home watching Top
Yeah.
Boy and getting involved. I'm like, ooh, don't go in there. Ooh, fuck, why'd you do that?
Dude, that's how I
watch
felt
TV
with
shows in other
Snowfall.
languages.
I
Yes.
felt so invested in Snowfall.
I can watch TV shows in
I was
other
like,
languages. I'm weird.
But that's the brilliance.
Like I can
of
do
TV.
subtitles. Like I can listen to a
See,
different
that's
language. I can
the
do that.
subtitles. You got to stay focused.
I can read.
They keep your
That-
focus.
that's
I
what I
ain't
was gonna
doing
say.
that.
I'm a
I ain't
reader.
doing that.
Like,
That's why
at
you
the
watch
heart-
anime.
Say that shit.
At the heart of it, right? I'm a reader.
So
I'm a reader.
try watching television shows, even in English, with the subtitles.
Oh, I do that.
That's how I be catching it. It's like, okay, I keep subtitles on for everything now. It's like,
Okay.
if the subtitles aren't on, it's like, no, we got to run this
Because
back.
for me, it feels like when you listen, like all the songs we've listened to, we like made our own words. So when you're watching
Oh.
TV, sometimes you're like, what they say?
yeah.
Child, I do that now.
Yeah.
I do that right
So I like
now.
subtitles too.
So,
Shea Butter God had a fabulous question that we ran over, but I'm bringing it back. What shows you watching right now? What you watching? What's on your palette right now?
Somehow I got into Love is Blind because I kind of stopped the whole reality shows because I don't know.
That show.
Reality shows just don't really hit the same. So I kind of,
No.
I haven't watched like
shout out Flavor of Love.
Selling
was
Tampa.
one.
Is it called Selling Tampa? Selling Sunset?
Come on.
I haven't
I
watched.
don't know.
I haven't watched Love Island. I haven't wathed if it's
No.
called
Oh, I don't
Selling
watch any of
Tampa. I don't know
those.
what it's called. There's
I don't
so
watch
many of
any
those.
of those,
There's so
so
many of those
don't watch
shows,
any.
but I just kept seeing the stuff from season 6 of Love Is Blind. So I was like, what's this show about? And then I ended up watching like everything.
No, that makes sense.
I really like the concept of that though.
Okay.
I hope they come to the Bay for you.
Man.
Kodak.
That Love Is Blind?
Awesome.
Kodak in the pod.
Hey,
Kodak
if they
in the
do, you
pod.
gotta go.
I'm
I
shallow,
would love to
bro.
watch
if
that.
baby not right, I'm be hot.
I love to watch
And then you
that.
gotta come and you gotta give all that raw emotion at the end.
Just
Oh, yeah.
talk about my life, my
Hey.
childhood, me and her to bonded.
And then the thing come up.
yeah, and then just like,
And you
Hey.
can tell when some of them people ain't attractive. And they're like, hey, but now you done said you in love and you about to get married and shit.
I always watch the men because the men gotta. Yeah. What you doing? The hub, you like, look like, yeah.
you can tell.
These are for you.
Oh my
You can
God.
tell.
You can tell,
my
like-
These are for
God.
you, and they're not happy
He
how
ain't
they
gonna
look
be.
as hella funny. Bro, they
He
need
not
to
gonna
bring,
hit.
if y'all seeing this right now, Love Is Blind Bay Area.
You bro.
We got some
I
comedy
host.
for you, trust. We
I
got some
host.
TV
No, I
for
want you on the show. I want you to be disappointed.
We got some
Dude,
I want your
you-
facial expression. You do
in
that,
the-
we are out of here.
You in the pods is good TV.
To the moon.
Yeah, I'm
You
with
in the
her.
pods is good TV. They just finished
Oh,
filming in
man.
Boston. They come to Oakland.
Boston.
Man, I promise you. I'm in here. I'm asking wild questions.
Yeah.
So when was your host
Wait, so
stage?
would you stay if it came up and they looked like you weren't happy with their looks, or would you just end it right there like?
Nah, I'll be smooth. Like, I'll be
Question of all
cool.
questions.
Hey. These are for you. These are for you. You know what I mean?
You have to be stopped.
The these are for you is hella funny.
Once
gotta
you
be
get- bro,
stopped.
when they hand the flowers before they really hug, oh, you know he not trying to hit.
You gotta be stopped.
Like, you know, if the hug ain't there,
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
do the real hug.
Okay,
you know,
I have to answer the question
Her
then.
arms
Yeah,
go up.
what you watching?
Your arms is,
What you
Okay.
watching? What your fire
What I want?
ass?
Bel
What you
Air.
watching?
Oh my God, Bel Air.
oh, man.
Bel Air is so good.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Oh, I just finished Ghost. Of course, I'm into all the power
Mm-hmm.
shows.
I'm sorry, Carlton is too damn old.
The power dynasty, if you will.
He's not. He's actually a young man. I checked the age. He's actually a young man. But
I like BMF. I mean, all the black shows I'm into. Like Grownish. I'm
was
really
Grownish.
sad.
Grownish
I was
was
watching Unprisoned
Okay.
with Kerry Washington.
Yeah,
and
I heard
that
about
was
that.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
And it got canceled, and I am so sad.
Bro.
It made it to 2 seasons though,
The
right?
one with
It did.
Oh, no, it's only
And
for-
they
Roller
ended
got
on a
canceled,
cliffhanger that
too.
pissed me off. But the other two
I think.
shows that the one with Kelly from Insecure, How to Die Alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard about that, yeah.
I'm watching
Yeah.
I haven't
Insecure
seen it
again
yet.
right
I
now.
haven't seen it yet.
I heard great things about it, though.
Yeah, I haven't
Heard
seen it
everything.
yet. I've heard.
It's really good. And then there's another one, Survival of the Thickest.
Well, that's not surprising.
It's hilarious.
Oh, that's
So
fake.
That's all right,
those
babe.
are the two. Those are the two that I just finished, and
You gotta send me that one.
Hey man,
it's not what you think it is.
Ah, damn.
But it's like all the
Like,
black ass shows. Like I love seeing us.
I do.
I
like
love
the
seeing
content.
us doing our thing. I just also was watching. I'm watching a lot of TV lately
Hey,
because we're not filming and having meetings. I
you
got more
got
time.
some free time now, girl.
All American, even though I love
like All
I
American.
love my CW shows. They be
I
a
like
little
All
corny.
American.
CW
All American's
slept on
nice.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little corny show, man.
Like,
That's
All
it.
American's
I receive them
nice.
for what they are.
Yeah.
Like the little thug scenes.
Yeah, man. Shout out Spencer James, man.
Bro, them thug scenes.
I know. Come on, Coop. This ain't you, Coop.
Oh God,
Like,
I wasn't ready for the little.
I got
thug
so
scenes,
mad
bro.
yesterday because I read that like they're gonna try to make
Crenshaw Pride. I'm sorry.
to get
I'm sorry.
fuck
I'm
outta
sorry. I'm sorry. I watched the
The
show.
door.
I'm a
The door.
Oh.
shout out Spencer James.
Oh my
The
God.
door. is over there.
Amina,
Yeah.
Preach's daughter,
Yes.
is gonna be like the new star of the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to the writing.
I love that both.
The
of them was
writing
like,
may be they may actually do the writing justice. Listen, they did it with Power. They gave Tariq a spinoff.
Yeah, but like Amina is like a random.
What did we really know about Tariq when Ghost was around?
Yeah, no one wanted that.
You just
And
Ghost
it
little
worked out.
nutty
And
ass.
it's fire. It's iconic now.
But
You know what I
also the All American
They got it.
spinoff, I just finished watching on Netflix.
Homecoming?
I just finished
Yeah.
it on Netflix. And
Uh-oh.
it's sad that was canceled too. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
that's what I'm
sucks.
watching. Is anything black as hell.
Blackity black black. Black as fuck.
No, haven't seen a movie. Oh, I saw Deadpool. That was a random.
That
Yeah.
full of Wolverine.
That
I
was.
heard it was cool.
Me
Yeah, I
seeing
just watched
that.
that this
How
week.
was it? Was it cool?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like me and Bay were bored and we're like, what should we do? And he was like, movies? So that's kind of how that happened. But I don't go to the movies. Just give me a show and a show that's older that has multiple seasons so I can be like, all right.
I am a binger.
Okay.
Get started.
I'll binge.
So-
I will
That's pretty much
absolutely
what I've been
binge
watching lately.
The house down.
What is as a writer,
Hmm.
as a writer and producer, what is some of your favorite vintage TV shows and why?
Sexy question.
Because now I'm sure you
Thank
watch
you for
things different.
being
It's like,
afraid.
but see, because you see more. It's just like a basketball player watching the NBA. You see more because you're an athlete.
Yeah.
So you see the flaw. You see things.
I wish I could
Oh,
just
you're more
watch.
critical.
Yeah. So that's why I'm
yeah.
like, which ones do you watch and you just like, I appreciate this more now as a writer producer because of these things. About it.
I'm always gonna say being Mary Jane.
Okay.
Mary Jane's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Gabby
Like,
did her thing.
That prayer moment after having sex with bro or something like, Lord, please let
Gabby
this man. You remember that?
did
part
her
of that?
thing.
Ugh.
It's just like the emotion
yeah.
and like the frustration. And that's why I tell people like I love Insecure, but Being Mary Jane is really the show that made me like I can feel the 40 and successful and I have no kids and my dating is a joke. And I can feel these emotions.
You was like that at 22.
And like, yeah, but it's like a different.
The
it's
way I died a
It's
little
different at the
inside.
whole like I have to steal sperm and freeze it in my fucking fridge because I'm getting older and I'm gonna take advantage and make this happen. It's not God's will. I'm about to steal this shit.
People put breast milk in the freezer.
See, you stupid.
I know,
Seeing
I just
the
was
dude,
shocked.
the David,
Yes.
when he was like, oh, the
Save it in the
condom, and she was
freezer.
like, oh, I took care of it, knowing she was squeezing that shit. I was just like, damn, this is some conniving shit. But you feel like you have to do this because you're 40 and you don't have no kids.
Yes.
And everyone's asking you, do you have kids? Everyone's
still want
talking
that part
about
of
their
your life.
kids.
Yeah.
Your friends is showing you how they're engaged and you got to smile and be happy for them. Then you go home and cry. Like Gabrielle Union. Oh my goodness. And I was how old? I was like 21 when that show came out, but I felt it somehow.
to this so much.
Shut up! I did relate to it. I would watch that and Pretty Little Liars. It was an interesting balance.
I was a Pretty Little Liar fan. I was a Pretty
But
Little Liar
it just
fan.
was like the portraying of the emotion and like being happy for other people, but like you still feel like there's so much you don't have, even though you live in this
Yeah.
nice house and you have this great job. And then
I was gonna say.
the family dynamic of being like
Yeah.
the successful one in the
Yeah.
family, because I feel like that a lot of ways too.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of pressure.
Hella.
It is.
And people
Hella.
depending on you.
Oh my God.
And people
Yes.
that need money.
Yes.
And
My
just
daddy's
seeing
side,
like, it's like, oh,
no
well, here,
shade.
because I know I have it, and if
My
I don't,
daddy's
y'all
side.
gonna be on the street. I have to pay for stuff, and it's not particularly like that in like my house,
Not
but
my
just
actual
seeing
dad.
her
There's
My little
relatability in
sister.
this.
in the first episode of the second one when she found out Niecy was pregnant again, she was like, "You're pregnant again?
I saw that.
And who's
scene.
gonna take care
kept
of this?"
pissing me
That
off.
was an excellent. That was one of my favorite
Can you
scenes.
close your fucking leg?
That was so good.
When she said,
Right.
"What you good at?" I'm good at having sex. I was like, oh my
Hey.
God.
I'm a. Hey. Oh,
Why
God.
the men? Why?
Get
Why?
out.
'Cause men
Hey, he
love-
told y'all at a certain age, like it just stops.
Yeah.
Like it never
Get
leaves us.
out.
Man,
But
look.
that
man.
show and the black struggles and the transparency and them covering suicide therapy, like even like being black at work and like all that shit. That show is so good. I really love that show. Girlfriends, of course.
Didn't the same person write both?
Girlfriend.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yes, that's okay.
Mara Brooker Kill. Shout out to Mara Brooker Kill. Those
Man,
shows are
go
so great.
Girlfriends. Girlfriends is a show that doesn't get talked about in the same breath as
Girlfriends.
Living Single and it should.
I love
Because of-
Girlfriend.
It was
Girlfriends
they
is
took
like
that
the black
baton,
equivalent of Sex in the City.
took to the next- Yes, but again, the same how Living Single came out and
Yeah.
then Friends,
Yeah.
but people focus on Friends, but
Yeah.
they don't realize you wouldn't get Friends without Living Single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I hear you.
You have Sex in the City, but there's no attention towards Girlfriends
Which is crazy.
because of the
It's very
network alone.
frustrating.
It's
It's crazy.
like
Yeah.
it's the same stories from different point POVs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not respected the same. You know, we
It's
almost don't
very
talk about Girlfriends enough.
frustrating. That's why I'm like, people don't be bringing up
See,
Mara Brock Kill, but I'm gonna bring her up because all those shows where they're showing like black people and like
the
what they're
dynamics,
going through, even the show, The
relationships,
Game,
work.
the show.
Oh,
like,
I'm
I was
watching that
watching
right
that
now.
too.
I'm watching it
still
too.
watching it.
I
I'm
was watching it
right
too,
now.
and like
Dip and piss.
Yeah, I was watching the
like
game.
showing black men like
But look, nah,
What?
I ain't gonna front.
What?
Watching that one now, they didn't pay attention to a lot of details in that show.
That's how I feel
whenever
about Moesha.
it's
Come on,
like-
Mel.
it's
Come on,
like-
boo.
That's how I feel
Like,
about
look,
Moesha.
So the
Moesha was
episode,
toxic as fuck. She was a
Derwin
really
was
shitty
injured.
friend.
They're playing in the championship game,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the game is going on. Melanie's at her new boyfriend's house.
Mm-hmm.
He gets mad, wants to go get some salsa.
yeah.
Derwin is over there. He's at the grocery store. It's at a liquor store, not a grocery store. It's a liquor store on crutches.
Derwin.
So the game is
What
on.
kind of name is Derwin?
Then they pan to the team having a speech. on the bus.
My nigga Malik.
Like it was like, hold on. I thought the game was on already.
He just
like,
read y'all to filth.
See, but I'm not really. I don't pay attention to those things. I guess I pay attention, and even like on our set, I feel like there's some camera shots where I'm like, damn, that should have been shot differently. But I'm not really like a technical like person. That's Lauren.
I was gonna say Lauren.
Lauren
has that
is like,
eye.
we need to
Lauren
frame this and put this. I'm not really. I'm just like, is the acting believable or
it
not?
serious.
So if I'm watching a show and they're just like, he died, and I'm like, that looks so damn fake.
Like, did he?
Oh my
Did he
God.
though?
Or they're like, no. And I'm like, that was
Damn,
not realistic. Like, I pay attention to like my eye is like that kind of stuff where I'm just like, you cannot act, bro.
Authenticity, yeah,
You can't
authenticity.
act. And when somebody can't act, it just ruins the whole thing. Especially when like everybody can act and there's that one actor that can't. That's why I hate
'cause
when
oh,
they
like
they
the
stick
little
out
kid,
more.
like Jay, like the pissed daughter. Her
Oh,
acting
like
was
you stick out
trash.
more, honey.
That
Oh
show,
God.
it was awful every single time. You're like,
Child.
Sorry, man.
but that's why I hate when they put a random famous person in an episode and they do a
This
terrible. And I'm
bitch.
like, okay, I get it. It's Neo. Okay, not Neo, but you know what I mean. Like,
But
I hate when they
like,
show up
yeah.
as Neo. Hey, is that Neo?
And then a
It is
random.
me. I hate that. Like,
yeah, and then
give
there's
this nigga another
Hey,
and they're
guys.
just not good, but they're using them
What's
like for
up?
their name, and I'm just like, but you got to be able to act. Like, shout out to 2 Chainz, but bro,
Yeah, we love you,
Listen,
but nah,
man.
bro.
When he got
stay,
killed
stay,
on
stay in your
BMX,
lane.
like,
Yeah, you know.
he didn't even die right.
thank you.
Hey,
No.
I don't
He
care
didn't even
though.
die
in,
right.
in the
All
dance
his dreads
game,
was coming through the damn fro,
in the
man.
dance movie, the fact that they killed Chris Brown in the dance movie, I don't care what nobody says. That is a fucking
After he hit
like,
that killer ass move off the
flaw.
elbow.
You act like he can't hit way more killer ass moves, bro. I wanted to see more of that. We
That
had to see
strategy
it in one
annoys
and
me
then he
too.
died.
Like,
I
we're
was
gonna
like,
promote this famous person. Chris Brown's in it. Chris Brown's in it. Then we're gonna kill them in the beginning.
In, like,
now
10 minutes.
We got all these Chris Brown fans here.
Thank you. In
ugh,
like
I hate
10
that
minutes.
strategy.
I was
gotcha,
like,
bitch.
They did that with Trey Songz in that
They
one
sure
killer
did.
movie too.
Yes, they did.
I hate that
That's
strategy.
to get you in the season. He died. Watch the rest of this movie though. You know?
I hate this.
Is
I
now
hate
you
that.
there? I hate that.
Yeah, now you're.
I walked out, not on that
ticket.
movie. I walked out on Avatar, like
They got your
Avatar: The
money.
Last Airbender. I walked out on that one.
They got your money.
Because the commercials was like, oh, this looks nice. This looks great. Ooh, that's to see what Katara. All right. You get there and they're trying to mush like 2 books into like one movie, but they missing hella shit. You can see this.
When people
it's like
read the
clearly
books, they always be mad.
it's
No,
crazy
but
because
it
even the
was
cartoon,
bad,
even the
though.
cartoon, there
It was
so
bad.
detailed.
Yeah.
Like
Oh my god.
it's like
The
what,
cartoon
5
is
or
I didn't
6
watch the
discs?
movie because of all
The
the stuff
fact that
people
these
were
niggas are
saying.
upset, like you merged the books together. Oh,
No,
we
no.
don't fucking
That's
know.
how Harry,
saying that,
that's how
though?
Harry Potter
I saw some
people
blue
are.
niggas
And
flying
Twilight
weird noses.
people.
I'm a Harry Potter and a Twilight person.
They're not
and
even
I'll
talking
say
about that
this.
Avatar.
The show, the cartoon of Avatar
Niggas flying. That's all I know.
is probably the
Phenomenal.
closest thing to the books that you're ever gonna fucking see. Every single movie, because technically
which
they've
one?
made for Avatar: The Last Airbender. They've made 2 movies. Both of them suck.
You talk about the one on Netflix?
Yes, and they did. Avatar isn't the only like cool ass brand that they fucked up. They made a Dragon Ball Z movie that was fucked.
Yeah, that was horrible.
They made a
Wait, it's the
Mortal
same
Kombat
people?
movie that was fucked.
That was horrible.
Wait, these the same people?
They're all different.
Oh, you're
But you
saying
so look,
they. I
No,
thought
they
it
all
was
because
like,
so
But like
this is the
some
thing.
is good and some is like
Like with anime is really hard because the
hard.
stories are so detailed.
yeah, they're very
like
intricate.
every little detail matters. It'd be something even in a filler episode of the cartoon that you like. This don't
still
even matter. It
entertaining.
matters.
It's still entertaining.
Also, and this is where Marvel be messing up too.
Mm.
Is all of these characters have powers? They don't spend enough time focusing on the shit that makes them cool, and they don't focus on the villains. That's where DC be winning because DC.
Hey, because the villain.
We're not gonna get started on
A lot of
DC.
times, motherfuckers
Hey,
be liking the
Penguin
villains.
fire right now.
What is?
Penguin on HBO on
Penguin
Max.
is great.
Hey, yeah,
Oh,
it's
Penguin's great.
going
Penguin-
up.
I've
Colin
not seen
Farrell
it.
is playing
It's
Penguin.
going up.
I knew he was playing him. I didn't watch it though.
It's cool.
It's great.
Nah,
Colin's
see,
doing amazing.
That's
I
what,
forgot the black guy's name they just cast as the Green Lantern. I'm excited to see him.
I haven't seen
I don't know
that
his
yet.
name, but I know I saw it.
I have to look that
I'm
up.
I'm
what
really
you're talking about.
excited
They
because that
just
guy,
look it up.
he looks right.
DC
like not like attractive, but like he looks like the
does
person.
good on their animated series,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they focus on their villains.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Like that's where DC because their
I
villains
agree.
are dark, and it makes for like their backstories of how they got there are entertaining.
Everything else is like corn. Like,
yeah,
I
their
agree.
heroes are trash. Their heroes, whenever they make a movie, it's awful.
It's not
every
good.
time.
so you don't like Aquaman?
Not at all.
Oh dang! I
You
actually
don't like
did.
Thor?
No, I don't really care for them. See,
I like
and
Aquaman.
listen.
I get the mixed. Which
He's
one
Marvel.
is which?
He's
Or
Marvel.
is
Thor's
He's Marvel.
I
But
liked
look,
Aquaman though.
growing up, I was a
thought it was
card collector
I like the first
and
one.
Oh, you're
somewhat
like
comic
really-
book and somewhat of a comic book. But I used to read the back of the cards, and
Oh,
I'm the kid that would buy the toys and then make up a story. Plus, we had X-Men, that cartoon series. That
yeah.
when
We had
kids,
WB, so we
Yeah.
had like the X-Men. We
No,
had
I'm talking about
the
before the one that came on Fox in the 90s. That one, the one that they just redid
X-Men
again.
92?
Yeah, they did 97 recently. They redid. That's all they've ever had to do at X-Men is just this story that you did in the 90s as a cartoon, put it in the movies. That's all they had
But
to
people,
do.
it's like the new people, like younger people that haven't gone that deep into it. Are
Yeah.
like, oh my God, it's great. And then like people like you were like, no, it's not. Like, what do you mean?
not.
And I feel like I experienced that with like Suicide Squad because I love that movie.
I
And
do
so
too.
many people
I
were
like Suicide
not
Squad.
happy. And I was like, it's a great movie. And people are like, no, they did this. This is. I'm like, okay,
You didn't read the
I
comics.
don't know
Hey,
the back.
I'm gonna
the
be-
Suicide Squad, the cartoon on Max,
Yeah.
is hella funny.
it's fire. Hey, oh my God, it's so.
I need to watch show.
It's like the Adult Swim version
Yes.
of that. It's funny as
Oh,
shit. You want to
God.
watch it. You want to watch
On
it.
Max.
On Max.
But I'm
HBO.
gonna say this, okay, for my book readers that when they watch their movies, all this stuff. Okay, the goal I would say is to not go into the movie or the show expecting it to be verbatim what is written in the books. And the reason why I say that is because number one, you're always going to be disappointed. The amount of detail and intricacy that you can add in a book would take 4 to 6 hours in a film. They have to give you the biggest chunks of meat that are in the story so that you can understand what's happening. As a reader, right? I was a Twilight fan and a Harry Potter fan. And I'm gonna throw in a series of Unfortunate Events with Lemony Snicket. Do y'all remember
I
that?
forgot about that.
I was a fan of those. These are all series in which I read the books first, and I fell in love with the story via the book. So when I went to go see the movie, it wasn't to see, oh, does it look the exact same? Did you have this scene this way? It was, okay, what is your rendition of this cool ass story that I like? Did you have all the important points? Yes. Was there drama? Yes. Was there excitement? Yes. If you check off those 3 boxes and you didn't deviate from the story that much, that's a successful rendition. I brought up Avatar because that one was not successful. Harry Potter, I would say is probably, no. Actually, the Lord of the Rings / Hobbit series is probably one of the best filmed series that has come out inspired by books. Stephen King has hella movies inspired by a lot of his
Brilliant.
books. And the books, I can guarantee you, are way more intense and way more brutal than what you will ever see on the screen. But he can't put all of that shit on the screen.
No, they won't clear it.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to clear it. So I feel like for my reader, I'm telling y'all, okay, don't go into the movies thinking that it's supposed to look exactly like what you read. It's not. It's a rendition of it. Get your head out of your ass, okay? Enjoy some good cinema, except for fucking Avatar.
Well, how did you? I know a lot of people felt that way about The Color Purple.
I love The Color Purple. I love the book. I love the play.
I'm sorry.
I love the movie. I didn't like the new one, but I didn't have a problem with the new one
it was a
being
musical?
different. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it being different. I felt like it would have been nicer for them to maintain the seriousness of the story of The Color Purple and still make it a musical. I don't think it being a musical had to take away from the impact that the story had. And I feel like
wasn't
it kind of
still
did.
serious?
It was still pretty serious, but
It's like a Broadway.
it was a Broadway version, so they're
Yeah.
gonna like theatricize things.
Yeah,
You know what
like-
I'm saying? They're
Yeah.
gonna glamorize and Hollywoodize
Yeah.
things. It's
like
not
take
gonna
the
hit the
moment
same.
when
you know?
what's her name? What's the character Oprah played?
The old lady.
Yeah.
Sophia.
Yeah,
Sophia,
there you
when
go.
she came down and talked to
With her little eye. Well,
what's
I
the
like
brother
that.
name that played Harpo?
Harpo.
Oh my god.
Not Harpo.
Harpo, who
somebody
this
else.
woman?
Oh yeah, no, I mean play Harpo's dad.
Who this woman?
Who was beating Whoopi Goldberg in the original movie. I'm blanking on his name now, but famous actor. But
Massa, Mr.
Mr.
Mr. It was
Yeah.
in the show, yeah,
said
Mr.
Yeah.
in the
But,
thing. I'm trying to think of the actor though. He's hella good.
he was on Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, he's hella good.
But he when Oprah went over there and said, you told Harpo to beat me and got at that man, like I love Harpo, God knows I do. I fight my brothers, fight them,
That
all that shit.
iconic
Like
monologue.
that in the new one is like, you told Harpo to beat me.
Yeah,
they did.
like
Oh, nah. I had to fight. Like, oh,
No,
Yeah.
with a
no,
man.
you know what I mean?
Raise his
So
head,
it's not that
hell
like
yeah.
the musical
Hell no.
aspect of it wasn't a problem.
Like, nah.
It's you Broadwaying it that was the problem.
Shout out to
because-
Fantasia.
Oh my God,
Burrito.
yeah. Girl, them vocals in there, them pipes, baby, those are anointed right there. Anointed.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
I can only imagine to think. To
I don't
hope,
like the
to
musical
pray.
thing. Not just with
I'm not
that,
a
but
fan
I'm
of a
just
musical
in general.
thing.
It's like, no.
Like if I think if a story is set up like a musical and then you turn it into one, fine.
Right.
But if the
Dream
story,
Girls.
yeah, like if the story wasn't like
Jimmy
anywhere
won't moan?
near
Jimmy won't moan?
a freaking musical,
Yeah. I
let's
don't know. Why
not.
do they do that? I don't really understand
I
why
don't
they
know.
do that.
Grease makes sense that you turned that into a musical, right? Hairspray, right? Like the one. What you just say? You just said Dream Girls. Things that already have a certain sense of musicality. Somebody could have turned Cadillac Records into a musical. I would have been here for that. If there's a certain level of musicality that's already embedded into the film story, then cool. But Color Purple? What?
Well, I would love to know.
What was-
Maybe I need to find an interview. Like, I
You
want to
feel
know
me?
why.
I
Like,
wanna know why.
I don't know the
I
why
wanna know
behind
why.
it. Do they
wanna
think
know.
it's more? It makes it softens
Mass
the.
appeal.
I don't know. Probably.
My guesstimation is mass appeal.
Maybe.
You want to appeal to a wider audience because you're telling this very, very, very black story.
It's a black ass
Extremely
historical
in the rural
ass,
South.
you know.
This is like
So
right
add some
after
songs?
slavery.
No, man.
Thank
people-
you. Like, didn't
You get
nobody
that
take
said to
Huckleberry
soften it
Finn
up.
and turn that shit into a fucking musical? Why are we turning it to Color Purple?
We got that.
Hey, you
Yeah,
know,
that conversation off
sometimes
mic.
hey,
I'm just saying, bro.
So,
Like, you didn't take.
it's still a black struggle story though. Like,
It is. I
you
ain't
think
gonna take that away.
adding some songs is? I don't know. I would love
Yeah,
to
I
hear the
mean,
creators.
I wanna
I want to
know.
hear the story
I don't
behind
want to
it.
say it, but we kind of know what it is. Anyway,
We know, but you know, we gotta ask the question like we don't, because you know
yeah, we
they watching.
Because we're black.
yeah.
Because we Africa America.
No, but
Okay?
I'm saying like,
They
what
gotta
is adding
soften
some
it.
songs gonna do?
They gotta soften it for other audiences, you know?